The stranger who bought one coffee left behind a life-changing surprise last winter. I stopped at a small cafe in Edinburgh before work because I'd overslept and desperately needed coffee. The queue was long, and everyone looked half asleep. Just as I reached the counter, I realized I'd left my wallet at home. Embarrassed, I apologized and stepped aside, ready to leave. Before I could walk out, the elderly man standing behind me quietly paid for my coffee and a pastry. I thanked him and offered to transfer the money, but he simply smiled and said, "Just help someone else when you get the chance." Then he walked away before I could even ask his name. I couldn't stop thinking about it all day. A week later, I was walking through the city when I saw a young university student looking upset outside a supermarket. She was counting coins over and over before putting food back on the shelf. Without thinking, I remembered the man's words and paid for her groceries. She nearly cried and kept asking how she could repay me. I repeated the exact sentence I'd heard a week earlier. Just help someone else when you get the chance. Months passed, and I almost forgot about it. Then, one rainy evening, my car broke down on a quiet road outside the city. My phone battery had died, and I had no idea what to do. Within minutes, another car pulled over. The driver stepped out, looked at me for a second, and smiled. It was the same university student. She recognized me immediately, called for roadside assistance, waited with me in the cold for nearly an hour, and refused to leave until I was safely on my way home. As we were saying goodbye, she laughed and said, "Looks like your coffee finally got paid back." That moment stayed with me because it reminded me that kindness doesn't always travel in a straight line. Sometimes it circles back when you need it most. One small act from a complete stranger had quietly connected 3 different lives, proving that even the smallest gesture can create a story far bigger than any